Well, when I know that I've forgotten or transposed a word that's not supposed to be there, I just see it in her eyes. So usually I just ask afterwards, like, what mistake was that? Because I'm not quite sure what I did. The hardest part is not actually dropping a sign. It's when I'm doing what's called simcomming, which is signing and speaking at the same time. Because the two sides of your brain are kind of at war with each other the whole time, if one of them goes out, like if I'm making like for instance, make and work, and if I use the wrong word with that sign, it just kind of stops me in my tracks. So that's actually the hardest part, is keeping the train going no matter what happens.
When you get really experienced.
It's true.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to add, when I watched Josh doing the simcomming, it's like doing this thing, right? I think of him and think how does he say the word and have to sign something in an opposite order that's quite a slightly different meaning. I don't know how he does it.
Well, I was saying if you get really experienced, maybe you'll be able to say one thing and sign something else and throw people off.
It happens, like particularly when I'm interpreting. That's what I mean. Like there's a line that I struggle with all the time in the restaurant scene, where she's signing to me, I don't want what you're trying to give me. My language is good enough. And what I respond, how I interpret it, is you don't need what I'm trying to give you. My language is more than enough, which doesn't sound like a huge difference, but to see and be reading off of her hands one thing and have my brain and then my mouth try to say something not the same is really difficult. It's one of those lines that like every night we get to it, I'm like, please, 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 damn!